Hey everyone, welcome to week 10 of fantasy football. We are getting near the end. It's getting exciting, as was mentioned in Nick Reichel's thread, I believe, that if you have a winning record, you are currently in the playoffs. That's exciting. That's what is exciting about this league, is that it's close. There's so many of you that can still make it. We have 4 weeks left, this one and 3 more, I believe. Is that right? Let me check as I talk here. But it's just exciting. It's exciting to be a part of it. It's exciting to see that is this competitive every year. Yeah, we have someone running away, Nick, and Jim's like on his tail. Yeah, on his tail. But for the most of it, it's still pretty tight. I want to go back to something I used to do called Game of the Week, and I got 3 of them. So I'm going to kind of talk about those a little bit more, mainly because me and John Davis are going head to head. We're both 5-4, so this is a big game to kind of get in that playoff hunt and also knock someone a little bit out of it. So let's go ahead and roll with that, and let's just start with Christian McCaffrey scoring 3 touchdowns on the Steelers. That has to hurt John Davis because he's a Steeler fan. Now, granted, they won, and I'm sure he's happy about that, but it's probably not fun potentially losing your fantasy game because your own team didn't stop him. Don't know who I'm starting at quarterback yet, but I don't think it matters. I think Rivers and Wentz will both do good. I'm excited to see Tate in Philly. I think he'll get some more catches. But then I don't really know what I'm going to get. I think I'll get my consistent 80-yard touchdown game from Kupp. And Baldwin, who knows? Last week he started looking like the best guy again. Then he got a little bit injured again. And the Rams going against Seattle. So I don't really know. But I think riding that Christian McCaffrey is going to be good for me. On the other side, Goff against Seattle. Seattle's not defensively what they used to be. And the Rams, even when they lost, they put up 1 billion points. So I think he'll be fine. Barber, nah. Hunt seems to be like ticking along now, getting his touchdowns, looking like he did last year pre-injury. Jeffrey, it'd be interesting. That's a little Tate Jeffrey matchup there. We'll see who comes out on top. Landry, I think he will get more touches, but he's not getting a lot of yards. And then Graham, honestly, I don't know much about him. And Green Bay just seems to be a little bit weird. So it's tight, but I think I'm going to pull out the win on this one for Game of the Week victory number 1. And it's mainly off of that Christian McCaffrey game. I think I'll have someone else go in the 20, and I'll be just fine. All right, my second game of the week is to get in the playoff, a little 4-5, 4-5. So when I beat John, one of these 2 teams will be tied with John at 5-5, and that's Tyler's team versus Heiser's team. Heiser getting that layup win last week. Thank you, Drew. Vote on his poll if you haven't yet. And Tyler got a decent game, not great, but a decent game from Antonio Brown to start, and an 11-pointer from his kicker. So that's a good start from him. I think Luck will be fine. He's just starting to look more and more like himself. Ridley, I don't know. He seems to do good, then he drops a touchdown. But I think that he'll probably be fine because the Browns secondary is beat up. But then leaning on the Browns like Tyler does, I think Duke Johnson in this new offense, I guess Kitchens is running, made him look a little bit better. So I think he'll be great. And I think that the Browns defense, they got to get those turnovers because they're going to give up points. On the other side, Trubisky, he has it and he doesn't have it. I don't know what to say about him. White, he should be fine, especially as New England tries to find who they're going to hand the ball to and what they do, so they just throw it to White as their running plays. Cohen, he's big, not big, back and forth. And Cooks, he's just kind of at a crowded field. And I think that's the issue here with Heiser as I look down. Cooper in Dallas, I don't know. I think he played last week. I didn't hear anything about it. It was a busy Sunday. But I'm going to lean with Tyler on this one, and he's currently projected to lose. But mainly I just feel like with Johnson and Brown already having a good game, and I think Luck will have a good one, I don't see anyone else on Heiser's side that I feel real good about. My last game of the week is Nick versus Ben Baker. Ben, you just got to pull an upset. That's why it's game of the week. I think you have a shot at it, but then you wouldn't have rolled out a -4 from the start. And on the flip side, a Connor game that wasn't typical, only 13.8 yards, and a 1 reception, 8-yard, 1 TD tight end performance from Jesse James for Pittsburgh. So, how I see this flipping out is Breeze doing well in Cincinnati, Barkley doing well in San Francisco. I do think Nick Chubb is going to get 100 this game. They seem to want to feed him the ball more, and who doesn't like Thomas each and every week? And I think Boyd is one of those underrated wide receivers, so I think he got a chance. But Mahomes going against Arizona, who kind of stinks. That doesn't look good. I don't know about this Frank Gore thing. I think you're going to miss having Murray. Julio Jones against Cleveland. If Denzel Ward's there, that will lessen him, but I don't really see that being too much of a slowdown for him. And Beckham, I think he'll be fine. I'm saying Baker, you get close, but you can't pull off the upset. All right, my other games you haven't talked about yet. I'll go quicker on these ones. Is Chris versus Ben Black, and on this one with a decent game from Smith-Schuster, but a great game for Pittsburgh. It's already over. Ben has won that one. Sorry, Chris. Not even going to talk about your team. Next would be Aaron versus Andy. Also, people had a lot of people play so far. Andy got a huge game from Roethlisberger, and Aaron didn't get a great game from Cam Newton. Even though it started out great, it did not end great. Then just a 6-point game from Olsen. Already too much to overcome because I like Michelle returning. I always like Elliott. And on the other side, you got pretty good running backs, Aaron, but I'm going to leave with Andy because the 45-point game from Roethlisberger. I don't think you often lose when you get someone that scores 45 points, and I think that continues. Next, Drew versus Jim. Drew, are you going to play everyone this week? I think you will, but it won't even matter. I'm not even going to discuss it because Jim is rolling, and he does have some buys this week, so you hit him on the right one. But I think he'll be fine with Kamara, and Howard seems to be getting touchdowns now. And he's got Ertz in there, the little double tight end, and I think Jim can pull it off. Not because of that, but I think he'll pull it off. I think that's it. I think I got everyone. If I missed your team, I apologize. Just go ahead and count me as a win for that one because I probably would have got it right because my record's been pretty good. A longer video than I've done in a while. But that's it. I'm out of here. Go Browns. I'll see you guys later.